Hello, everyone, and welcome to Move It Monday. This focus this week, the final week of August, anniversary season month. Tonight's focus is on fragrance. And I know when we had the wonderful Believe tour back in May, there was a great response from the way that we trained on how to use the Royal Jelly fold-out guide and how to use the fragrance fold-out guide. So just in case you missed that section or you didn't get to see it ever, I wanted to bring that back tonight because it really is being kind of a scent educator, really teaching people how to choose their fragrances, how to use their fragrances. And so tonight we wanted to do kind of a little small version of that for you to really see during this #1 gift selling season for fragrance. That is one of the most common gifts under any holiday tree. And again, typically always the gift giving business is typically during Valentine's Day, Mother's Day and Father's Day, and for Christmas. So you're going to see those are your biggest holiday seasons. That's why you're going to see more and more in your books. So we're going to take you through just a little bit of wisdom. Again, here's the best part. There's a lot of great webinars and tools in Beautiful for you as well. So tonight's just a short version, and we've got some of our expert consultants and leaders with us tonight as well to just share any additional ways that they use any of our samples or different tools to share more fragrance. So because what's so great is when someone trusts your skincare, they're very loyal. When someone trusts your fragrance line, they tend to buy the lines for different people in their family and gift giving. And the average woman typically has up to 5 different favorites on her shelf at any given time. So to get them into the Jafra fragrance family is a wonderful, wonderful way to expand the number of products that your customers use and give away as a gift. So we'll be sharing just a little bit more on how we share, again, from the experts that are also live with us. The most important tool you always want to have is the fragrance guide. This is a wonderful way to teach people how to shop, and your monthly brochure. These are so important. They're inside almost every monthly brochure is 4 to 6 fragrance samples. Now, they're not going to come to a sale unless you bring it to life. So it's the sweet smell of a reminder call to all of your customers that you mail the brochures to or that you put into an order. Hey, our scents are running out. So to save cents, kidding, C-E-N-T-S, this month, you want to make sure to turn to these pages. When you leave a phone tree message and you say, the brochure is in your mailbox, get it and turn to these pages. Here's my favorite fragrance of the month. Remember, you have 4 departments, right? So you always want to be able to pick and choose a couple of favorites of your own. But the best part is don't throw a book away. Make sure you keep the pages with samples in it, and make sure you bring it to life by inviting them to smell it. When they smell it, you will probably sell it. So the most important piece is pay attention to those page numbers and really memorize them. Because really, that's all people do with scents, is they smell it, right? The best part is they may not even know it's a peel up, and they may not even know it's a scratch off. Because we have such great books, but they kind of tend to float over them. So 4 to 6 of them. Imagine if every client bought 1 in a month. How much more would your income be? Or every party, they turn and they do the lift up together, and you're like, ooh, who likes that one? Who does that smell like? Bring the book to life and watch your income grow. So just wanted to give you the quick tools that help you smell and sell. Okay, here we go. Let me get myself to the screen, and I'm going to give you a little bit of the presentation that our fabulous marketing department put together for us. Okay, bear with me here, and then we'll come back for idea sharing as well as any questions. Okay, so as we talk about our consultant base, we always tend to find that we know we've got 2 markets, right? The general market, the Hispanic market. When Deanna shared this, I thought it was good, interesting information. And the reason I liked it was because what it shared, let me see if I can get that over to the side. Bear with me here. I'm going to move this out of the way, sorry. So what you will see is that we as a company this year so far have had 32% of our sales come from fragrance. 32% of our sales come from skincare. I don't know about you, but that actually blew me away. We've got 18% in color, 18% in spa and beauty. So fragrance is a big market. So what we're learning is how we can share it simply and different. Here's why fragrance is such a natural born success in Jafra. It is because fragrance is emotional. If you've noticed the last few years, the number of fragrance videos, information, story, the fragrance has a personality. Fragrance is all about telling the story. Color's always your door opener. Skincare, for sure, loyal, right? That's your loyal customers forever and ever. Some of you have had the same skincare customers for 30, 40 years. Fragrance, though, evokes a memory or creates one. As we know, skincare is the biggest market. It's going to keep rising because of anti-aging. But fragrance has grown to be amazing. The key that you want with your fragrance business is to understand just a couple of simple things that we're going to share tonight. You want to understand the classification. The classification is based on the concentration of the oils. There's a body mist, there's an eau de cologne, there's an eau de toilette, and an eau de perfume, all right? So you have those classifications. You will see them when you look at the guide. Then you have families. So how do you see that? When you look, you will see EDT. That's the eau de toilette. EDP, the perfume. EDC is a cologne. There are the letters behind the flavor. Then on the top, you will find the aromatic families. Floral floral, floral fruity, floral oriental. We have the men's and we have the women's. And you're one of the companies in direct sales. I do not know a fragrance company. And I can tell you, we have so many fragrances for every single age baby on, which is amazing and rare to find. Then what you want to know is the difference of the notes. There's the top, the heart, and the base. And that's how the fragrance travels through for our smells, all right? So again, what is it composed of? When you look at what it's composed of, it is composed of alcohol, water, and the pure essences that we talk about. When you look at that, it's the percentages that define which different, if you go back again, oh, sorry, you go back, I moved my mouse. If you go back to that classification, that is classified by the percentages, okay? Alcohol, water, and the pure essences. So take a look at this chart. If you had a body mist, like we had the summer line, it's in my bathroom, Summer Dreaming, am I correct? So we had a body mist, right? Or any of our aftershaves. There's only 3%, as you will see, of the essence in there. The rest is, again, a percentage of alcohol and water. So that makes it a mist. Then it goes for the cologne, the 5 to 9%. The toilette, 10 to 14. And the perfume, parfum, 15 to 18. The more essence at the bottom, the more pure perfume you're using, the longer it stays. It's the stay factor to the old factor, okay? So that's what you're learning when you're classifying. If you have a fragrance party or you set up a fragrance bar, most people do not know this. When you start switching over to like a diamonds line, which is the parfum, you will notice how much longer that fragrance stays. And that's why. So you're educating people. You're always spa educators in Jafra, right? So you're educating them on any of our different product lines. But this is a great thing to teach them. Then we go into that olfactory pyramid. So we have the 3 different levels. Again, the base notes are the ones that remain at the end. This is how long the volatility stays. So there's a low to a high. The base notes, again, they remain at the very end. The heart notes, which is the fragrance personality, has again, either the floral or spicy. So that's that body. Like for me personally, I do not like spicy. So I typically don't go to anything with a musk in it or oriental. I'm more the floral. So that's easy for me to just, I can literally smell it. You go to the top notes and that's the head. That's that first smell you're going to see. That's actually all you're probably going to get out of a quick sample is the top notes. It gives you just a little bit of fruity and fresh smell, but it's what you first perceive. As they then try the real fragrance, like a vial, you will start to notice they'll get a little bit more into the body and a little bit down into that remaining base. So again, these are your olfactory pyramids. Keep it simple. And again, watch more details. There's some amazing different modules or webinars in our beautiful. But just kind of, again, some of these top notes literally is then what we do in the guide is we go into the family. So if I know that I typically love gardenia, which I do, I would probably buy one and then I go, oh, what other ones are in that family? And the truth is, these are all the ones I use. It's so funny. That's my whole family. So it's fun, again, to always say, do you want to try a different one this time, right? So the more in the family, the less risk of them not liking it. The best part of this is, again, that's where you see EDT, EDP, EDC, right? Eau de cologne, again, anything like that is just a fragrance spray as well, which would be like your eau de aromas. All right, they're just misting EDC type products. You're going to see a difference from the number of men to women in EDTs, EDPs, EDCs. Women have the EDPs. We don't, to my knowledge, if I remember correctly, we don't have an EDP in the men's. They're typically EDTs and or, let me just look, or they're colognes again, the EDCs. So you will see that in this guide. So as you take a look again, what you'll also see, going back to the base and the heart and the top, there's a lot of different ingredients that you can actually teach from as well. These are the new flip charts for a party. So something really cool is that flip chart, you know, fragrance party or fragrance bar that you set up. And again, a great holiday season, great to do coupling. You could do fun games to see, she picks what fragrance he likes, he picks what fragrance she likes, and let's see if they're real or not. All right, so you can do a little bit of couples fun like the dating game, right? But again, the key is here, as you do this, you can use this whole guide to explain everything. The second piece to this is as well is as you do any type of fragrance training, again, fragrance evokes a memory and a personality. The best part is that when you Google, so if someone was holiday shopping and the guy wanted to pick out a fragrance for his wife, and he didn't know any of Jafra's and he can't smell and decide which one, that's okay. Ask him what fragrance, tell him to go look, what are her favorite fragrances. Google that fragrance, what family tree is Liz Claiborne, okay? You Google it and it will give you the family tree. Or it will tell you some of the base, heart, and top notes. And then you can make an educated guesstimate to what fragrance you might want to try first. So that's how you literally can go in and not make mistakes trying some fragrances for gifts. So remember to keep that handy and always ask those questions. I wanted to close a little bit of the fragrance with, we'll end with some ideas. We'll come back for just a few minutes of sharing. But remember that stories evoke a memory, a story. They each have a personality. If you don't believe me, get the Sunday paper, go online and just look at some of the top fragrances or watch TV commercials because they're going to keep coming out with more and more fragrances in the next 4 months now for commercials. And you're going to start to see personalities. As you know, one of our best-selling products ever has been our Diamonds Blush. This was one of our perfumes that we launched, and it is still leading the pack in sales. That floral fruity, floral oriental, I should say, excuse me. You can see the top notes are fruity, the heart notes are floral, and the base is a little bit more oriental. So it's got that warmth to it. That's that lingering warmth, okay? So again, Each fragrance has the information for you. The best part of what Jafra has done so well, besides finding the best dress ever in the world, I love that thing, is literally with the Diamonds Blush, you tell a story. So at a party, when you talk about your 4 departments, do you do a fragrance story or play it on your laptop? Something pretty cool. Feature a fragrance of the month. Just like Diamonds Blush, it talks about why it was created. Because we have the best perfume houses in the world, we work with only the top-notch perfumists. They literally create it to create a story. For our Diamonds Blush, she's Diamond's little sister. This was created by the woman that shines like a diamond with a chic and radiant style. We want people to picture themselves in Diamond's Blush, and this is what they're evoking when they wear it. She's charming, chic, joyful, and unique. She reflects bright, lovely radiance and fascinates everyone around her. This is for the woman who wants to be undeniably unique and be a diamond. Again, the package suits the inspirational story with its faceted bottle, rose gold details, and it does remind you of that precious diamond. It's why you want to feature a product, let them actually feel the bottle, see the bottle, and tell the story. Just a little bit at each one of your parties from each department, and this is a fun way to feature a fragrance. We talk about why women are trending towards this. This is the latest perfumery olfactive trend that's happening in the world worldwide. So we talk about the top, the base, and the heart notes by personality. That floral evokes charming, oriental is chic, and the fruity is the joyful piece of this woman. So they start to learn, just like we're teaching from the guide. The best part is the ingredients. When you talk about them, the woman can smell it. From the Pink Lady Apple, my new favorite since this product came out. I'm not kidding. I never had a Pink Lady Apple till Diamonds Blush. Now, love those apples. And it has pear. It has jasmine and honeysuckle. It has that warmth of sandalwood and musk. So they can start to almost smell it just by telling the story and the key ingredients from the base to the heart to the top. Again, that sparkling freshness, the queen of the apples will charm them right from the beginning. You can do a display putting Pink Lady apples right on the tray. So make this pretty, make it simple, and tell a story. Peony, love the peony flower. What a beautiful description. Have a picture of this. I love the peony flower. Again, to show the full bloom, luscious flowers that bring joy and that feminine style. As you describe these ingredients from the base to the heart to the top, it's that unforgettable fragrance and presence with the magic of rose quartz. Women start to feel like they're wearing the fragrance as you describe it. It doesn't have to take you more than 3 to 5 minutes as the feature from your fragrance department, and then let them try it. Whether you do a fragrance vial, you spray the cap and pass it around, or bear with me, I'm gonna reach for something. I can't grab it when I'm trying, but I also love to go to the dollar store or Target and buy those rose petals that you'll find in the bridal aisle and just spray them with one of the features you want to take. Have them put them in their purse when they leave or pocketbook. Have them take that. I'm telling you, my drawers, I actually gave them away as a gift. I forgot. That's why I went to grab them. They were gone. Literally, I did that with fragrances and kept them in a Ziploc bag and put them in every card. I put them in birthday cards. I put them in bags of samples. And that smell is amazing. When they open their purse, they remember Jafra. So again, just a wonderful way. He is again, when you talk, sorry, I had skincare in there. When you talk about fragrance, when you talk about royal jelly, when you talk about your departments, royal jelly is our heart. but our fragrances have a lot to offer with great stories. Play the videos that we have at your parties. Have some fun with this. Give them a gift if they watch a fragrance video before they attend your party. Have fun with the fragrance. Remember, we are the House of Royal Jelly, so that will always be the center of every party you do. As we talk about our wonderful daily rituals of nutritional skincare, and again, as you talk about Royal Jelly and how it provides everything to keep your skin always looking younger, remember that your skincare will always, from the first signs they use it, start to look firmer, softer, more radiant, and delay the signs of aging. And how Royal Jelly is versatile for everything. The reason I'm talking about the Royal Jelly is because when you start any party, any demonstration, or you're painting it purple, we are proud to be the Royal Jelly experts for 60 years, but we house an amazing fragrance line with we're one of the biggest fragrance companies, and we house products for everyone. We have stories of incredible beauty inside and out, from skincare to fragrances, spa and beauty products, and of course, our wonderful color to make every woman look and feel her best every day. Thousands of women around the world have fallen in love with Jafra Royal Jelly, and we invite you to try a sample today. Remember, the best part is everyone deserves a beautiful future for their Jafra skincare and how they look, smell, and feel every day. The key is keep it fun, keep it simple. We know skincare is the #1 category around the world. Color opens up the door to great possibilities, but fragrance is fun. Ask them to introduce themselves at a fragrance bar or party by the fragrance they most remember in their history. It's a great door opener. And what does that fragrance evoke in their memory? It is really fun because it's a great story and a great way to get to know each person at the table of your party. If you're going to put tissue in a bag, make sure you spray it with a fragrance and say, "Did you like the smell? Great, it's on special, see page 14. Don't miss out. Save some cents this month." Have fun. Spray everything, even your business cards. I got to tell you, I never left home without my business cards being sprayed with fragrance. Everything evokes a wonderful warmth with our wonderful scent of Jafra. 3 things from today: learn the classifications, know the aromatic families, and understand the notes. And the key is, it's all in the guide. Put these in your orders and let them learn a little bit. Give this at a party, give this to your hostess for outside orders, and have lots of fun. Skincare is who we are, but fragrance can absolutely grow your income anytime, anywhere, and especially this fall and holiday season. I want to say thank you for joining us for this very short tutorial on fragrance. I'm going to take 5 more minutes and just open up to the audience if they have any other ways, and I'm going to check the chat box, that they share any increase to their business through fragrance selling. So audience, go ahead. If you want to take a share, we're just going to take a few more minutes. Okay, I'm going to. Oh, go ahead. Thank you, Diane. Go for it.
Well, I actually have to confess, it's only been the last 6 months that I've even had the fragrances part of any shows or anything that I do. And the reason I did it is I had one gal who just came to one of my parties and she said, "I'm interested in fragrance." And I said, "Okay, you know, kind of what are you looking at?" So I started just hauling things out. And so she bought the diamonds, original diamonds. She loved it. Well, I left the products out that I had brought in. Every single person who came to that party just swarmed to those bottles of fragrances. So now I just put it out there. I display it beautifully. The bottles are so gorgeous that they just attract. And I had a gal this weekend come up to them and she said, you know, I really don't like a lot of sweetness. And I said, well, what are some of the smells that you like? And she said, well, I like kind of woody, kind of musty, musky. And so I have the chart right there, and I picked out a couple for her, and she said, oh, you're really good at this. I love the fragrance. So I think it's just getting it out there and getting to know it, having your guide there because it makes you look really smart, and just have fun with it.
I love that. The key is when you focus on it, it actually sells itself, right? You don't need a lot of education, but to be that little educator always builds your brand, right? Oh, you're so smart. Well, Jafra is, but thank you because I showed you, right? So I love that. Thank you for sharing. And I think that focus, just having it sitting there can evoke a conversation, drawing a little attention, telling a little story. Absolutely, the trend of fragrance, just like color and skincare, there's a trend. Right now it's Diamond's Blush. So it's telling the story. So thank you for that. I love it. I've got a couple, thank you, Diane. I've got a couple things in the chat box that I thought I would just wrap up before we go. Again, you can spray things and leave them out so that they can take one. You can have 4 different colored mini dishes and spray those flower petals that are 4 different colors. You can spray cotton balls. Anything cotton is absorbent. So again, you could just say, go ahead and pick, maybe you have the different families, right? And say, everybody just kind of walk by and which one and take one. And that could be a party starter opener, right? So how do you meet each other? So there's all sorts of fun things you can do. You can also see that there's husband and wife or partner fragrances for a guy and a girl, like Navigo. They actually olfactor match each other, the yellow and the blue. So they actually work together. So there's a couple of fun things like that. The one thing that is so true, and I think Lucy asked this question, it's a very good question. Personally spraying fragrances is a challenge. Even when we did the tour, we always asked, is there someone sensitive to fragrance? And there typically is. So that's where having something pre-sprayed in a Ziploc bag, I just put them in, spray and shake and seal it, and then put them in fresh bowls when you go, versus spraying can cause anybody sensitive really high allergic reactions. So again, find a way to do it in a simple way. You have fragrance vials, you have scent strips, they're awesome. So keep it simple, and so that you don't cause anybody to react. Even if you were gonna spray, go outside and spray the cap if you choose to, or ask them to step outside and spray if they do wanna see how it reacts to their skin. Remember to layer it, so if there's a lotion or a dusting powder, that does help. And remember the pulse points, wherever that skin is thin and closest to your blood, like behind your ears, in the fold of your arms, at your wrists, at your ankles, those are behind your knees. Those are the best places to spray your fragrance, and fragrance always moves upward, okay? So the higher the concentration of essence, the longer it lasts. So that's the key. So I want to say thank you for today for the fragrance. This is, again, our Move It Monday fragrance tips of the week. And we will be back. We won't be here during, Labor Day. So we'll be skipping that week, but we'll start again the following week on the 11th, starting with skincare. Then we'll go to color, and then we'll go to spa. So we won't have fragrance again. Am I right? Am I missing all the weeks? Yes. So I think there's only 3 Mondays. Am I correct? I'm going to look.
Yes,
correct. There's 3. So we'll have the skincare, we'll have the color, and then we'll have the spa in September, and then we'll come back with some fragrance again the last week of October. So thank you all for being here tonight, and stay tuned if you're with us tonight for the Freedom Makers Move It Up Monday for leaders and future leaders. So thank you, everyone.